Hello, we have moved into the winter solstice here in Northwest Connecticut, and we've also just entered the year 2023. The angels and I wish you many blessings for the year ahead and hope that the messages that I share on their behalf are helpful for you. We have a couple of messages to share today as we move forward into the new year, remembering that we can create what we want in the year ahead by our focus, our intention, and our energy and vibration. We've talked about that before on this YouTube channel. The first message that I received from the angels to share with everyone is that a look back, not like the news does, where we look at all the horrible things that happen, but let's look back, not just in 2022, but in the few years that we have moved through recently, where often we've had to take a hiatus, we've had to make different changes and pivots in our lives. Some of you may have moved from the spiritual into a more practical way of living and way of earning your living. And some of you may have had this opportunity to move from a more practical job into more of your spiritual focus and alignment and what you are here to share with the world, and vice versa. Some of you may have a foot in both worlds. What Spirit is saying moving forward, the way that we are supposed to shine our spiritual light and share our spiritual purpose is across the board. It doesn't matter whether you are doing readings on stage somewhere or working at a call center. Everything has value. And the goal now moving forward is to simply shine our light wherever we are, whether we are working in a practical environment or whether we are working in a spiritually focused environment, because it's crucial to have that light and that reflection and that spiritual energy everywhere now. And so don't think that anything has gone wrong if you've had to move into having a foot in both worlds. Things have gone very, very right. You're exactly where you need to be. And so the goal moving forward for those spiritual warriors among us is to do your best to shine your light wherever you are, because that may inspire those who are ready around you to shine their light also. And that is the focus as we move forward. Spirit wants us to throw out those New Year's resolutions, unless they work for you. Most of the time they don't. And instead of putting together a to-do list, Spirit wants us to put together a to-be list. Be more. Be more present in your life. Bring that energy into the moment that we are in right now. Pause, take a breath, see how you're doing. Meditate more, or find whatever that spiritual connection is for you. And be in nature. You may disagree, but for me, nature is everything. It heals, it recharges. And so the more we are in nature, the more well-being we will have. And so think of what you want to put on your to-be list rather than your to-do list for your New Year's intentions. Spirit, for the second message coming through, wanted me to gently suggest you take a look at my blog. My blog is at laura-purplerosemusings.blogspot.com. And there was a message in November that Spirit wants me to share here. And I don't want to try to paraphrase it too much, because the words that come through when I channel in writing are perfect as they are. But it talks about giving us hope, because change comes from within. And when we look out in the world, we may not see the change that we're wanting. But Spirit, in this particular message in November, talked about how one light moves and inspires another light. And that is not only happening individually, in our communities, but it's happening on a global scale. We can't always see it, but the earth is ascending exactly the way we are also ascending one by one. And so that message is very helpful, I think, for those of us who may look out in the world and get a little frustrated at what's going on. So I hope that if you have a moment to look at the blog and you have a moment to read that, I hope that that will be helpful for you. The last message moving forward is about raising your vibration. We've talked about that a lot on this show, and we've also heard it from many teachers that the spiritual connection comes because of a raising of vibration to connect with the highest vibration of light, which is where our angels and guides and the animal helpers all reside. Sometimes it's hard to raise our vibration from where we are. And so Spirit today wanted me to share, find a softer place. Not only does the spiritual connection happen through higher vibrations of energy, but it also happens in a softer energy. So, depending on where we are in our lives, if we're having a difficult day, for instance, it's hard to raise our vibration from 0 to 100, so to speak. But maybe we can find a softer place. And that is where that spiritual light will turn back on for us. So hopefully that will be helpful for you moving forward. And as always, I'd like to pick a card to see what animal guide is with us as we move into 2023. And I just shuffle and see who falls out of the deck. So we have our friends, the moose and the skunk. So, what an interesting combination. The moose is about self-esteem. So as we move forward through 2023, that spiritual warrior that we talked about, that awakening within all of us, know that we are where we're supposed to be and that we are worthy of whatever purpose or gifts we have. And we are here for a reason, each of us unique, and we really, really have to step into our gifts and share them with the world, again, wherever we may be. And the skunk reminds us to balance the light and the dark, to see through any deceptions that may be out in the world reflecting to us, whether it's through government or news, or even through family members or community who may have a different opinion on things than you do. Make sure you balance and bring in through your own filter what is your truth, what is right for you, and what you want to create for yourself moving forward. I hope this was a helpful message for you, and I wish you many blessings moving forward through 2023.